live stream today. I'm gonna practice on my own with the IELTS reading module, and right now I'm on table completion question type. So I hope I'm gonna ace it. This is just a practice. I give myself time to just, get comfortable and with the strategies that I'm gonna apply right now. So yeah, I'm gonna start. Let's do this. Oh, maybe I can do it like this one. Yes, with that kinds of different lights. Hello, somebody's watching. 1 million people, 2 million actually. Hi. Okay guys, I'll practice now. So we'll see how will it go. So this one is 1 to 10. I'm gonna answer the questions 1 to 10. And let me just read the strategy one more time because it's here actually. Read the instructions carefully, check the word limit, scan the text, check the word limit. So what is the word limit here? It says, let's see. It says no more than 3 words. Okay, let me write it down. Okay, no more than 3 words. I'm gonna just turn off the because it's turned on and it's gonna ring. Okay, no more than 3 words. No more than 3 words. Let's see. No more than 3 words. Okay. All right. So, what's the next? Okay, it says instruction is the strategy is read the instructions carefully. Okay, the instruction is complete the flow chart below. Choose no more than 3 words from the reading passage for each answer. Okay, that's it. And then next, check the word limit. Check the word limit. Okay, that's good. Scan the text to locate the relevant paragraphs. Oh, so I have to scan the text. Read the appropriate section carefully to find. Oh, say, okay, the text that it means here, the statements from 1 to 10. Read the appropriate section carefully to find the answer. Transfer the words exactly as they are to the gap. Check your spelling. Okay, let's do that. Let me check. Okay, let me just drink some water. I'm thirsty. Ooh. I'm so thirsty. Okay, how many minutes now? Okay, I've started since 4 minutes ago. Okay, now I'm gonna, I have to, okay, check the word limit, scan the text. Okay, scan the text to locate the relevant paragraphs. Scan the text. I don't know which text is it, but let me just make a note here. All right, so scan the text. Okay, here we go. Table completion questions. So pre-treatment. Number one, removal of blank using an automated mechanically rate bar screen. So what should I write? Okay, removal of, okay. Number one, removal of using automated mechanically rate bar screen. Okay, automated mechanically, maybe I can rate bar screen. Okay, number two, regulation of the bar screens, blank in proportion to the load on the screen and the flow rate. Regulation. Okay, regulation. Just write that down. Bar screen. And then bar screens or regulation of screen of bar or reg of the screen of the bar screen. Okay, of the bar screen. Maybe I'll find these words or this phrase there. In proportion to the load on the screen and the flow rate. Proportion, so I'll write it down. Proportion, load, screen, and flow rate. Now number three, the buried or burned, accumulated on the bar. So accumulated on the bar screen or buried. Accumulated or buried or burned. Number four, is collected and transported to other facilities for their treatment. Collected, blank is collected, transported for treatment. Okay, facilities here. Number five, soluble components are consumed by soluble components or ingredients consumed by blank. And then number Number 6, fixed film systems. The is cultivated on a surface over which the sewage flows. Okay, is cultivated or developed on a surface, over which the sewage flows, over which sewage flows. Number 7, have a smaller footprint than suspended growth systems. Smaller footprints than smaller footprint than suspended growth system than suspended growth systems. Number 8, suspended growth systems, the sewage and biomass are mixed together. Suspended or mixed together. This is okay. So number 7. In number 8, process including further filtering and being left to settle in. Okay, left to settle in is blank, and that's process including further filtering and being left. Processes, okay, processes. Further filtering. All right, okay, let's just start now. Number 1, removal of using an automated mechanical rate bar screen. Okay, the treatment is removal contaminants from municipal wastewater. Removal of contaminants, which contains mainly household waste plus some physical, chemical, biological processes are used to remove contaminants. Using an automated, mainly also some industrial wastewater plus some industrial wastewater. Physical, chemical, and biological processes are used to remove contaminants and produce treated water or treated effluent that is safe enough to environment. Byproducts as treatment is the semi-solid waste called soil sludge. The sludge is to undergo further treatment before being suitable for disposal or application. It removes all that can be easily collected it says scan. Boy. Okay, so I have here paragraph 1, there's scan. Scan. Let me use an extra. Okay, removal. Okay. Automated. Okay, removal. So number 1, paragraph number 1, removal. And then contaminants. So there's removal there. The treatment of this consists of the removal of contaminants, so it's possible that this is the one, and then pre-treatment removes all material. Okay, using wait. Pre-treatment removes all materials. Okay, can be also in number 2. It says, or removal removes all materials that is safe enough to release in byproducts. So it's treatment, removal of using a mechanically rate bar screen, removal of the slices to undergo further treatment before being suitable for disposal or application. The lamp treatment removes all using an automated. It removes all material that is collected from the raw sewage before they damage. So it's many promoting when persons remove all large objects carrying sets. Okay, the influent in the sewage water passes through a bar screen to remove. Okay, bar screen, raked bar screen, using an automated mechanically raked bar screen. Okay, the influent in the sewage water passes through a bar screen using an automated mechanically raked bar screen. Okay, number 2, there is also bar screen to remove all large objects. When the sewage water passes through a bar screen. Okay, bar screen. Number 2, bar screen. To remove all large objects. So that's paragraph number 2. This is most commonly done with an automated mechanically raked bar screen in modern plants serving large populations, while in smaller or less modern plants, manual clean. Okay, the man passes through a bar screen to remove large objects carried in the sewage. This is most commonly done with an by using an automated mechanically raked bar screen. So this is commonly done with an, okay, to remove all large objects. Okay, I think this is the number 1. Okay, I'll write it with a pencil. Okay, let me answer that. Number 1, all large objects. Okay, all large objects, all large. And now, so that's number 1. This is most commonly done with an automated mechanically raked bar screen modern plants serving large populations. So braking action of mechanical bar screen is typically based according to the accumulation of objects, bar screen and flow rate. So it's okay. Number 2, regulation bar screens. Regulation of the bar screens in proportion to the load on the screen and the flow chart. Okay, where is the regulation? Modern plants serving large sizes, rigging on mechanical really based according to the combination on the bar screen and the flow rate. Solids are collected and later disposed of in a landfill or incinerated. Bar screens or mesh screens or varying sizes may be used to optimize solids removal. Okay, bar screens or mesh screens of varying sizes may be used to optimize solids removal. Removal of bar screens or mesh screens of varying sizes. Manually cleaned screen may be used. Raking action of screen may be used. The raking action of mechanical bar screen. The raking action using automatic mechanically raked bar screen. Mechanically raked bar screen. So mechanically raked bar screen, automated. Bars are typically placed according to the accumulation in the bar screen and the flow. Solids are collected and later disposed in elements. Bar screens or mesh screens of varying sizes may be used to optimize solids removal. Can be solids also. If gross solids are not removed, they become jammed in pipes and moving parts of the plant and can cause substantial damage and inefficiency in the process. Okay, so it can be also solids. I don't know. Let me see. I'll put solids there. Number 3, accumulated or buried or burned. Okay, the solids are collected. Okay, regulations of version have accumulated on the bar screen are buried or burned. The solids are collected. Okay, the solids which have accumulated on the bar screen are buried or burned. Okay, I think this is the one. Solids are collected and later disposed of in a landfill or incinerated. Bar screens are mess, the jammed and moving parts. Okay, number 2 is I think, or number 3 is solids. So the solids which have accumulated on the bar screen. Okay, I think that's the answer there. Raking action mechanical bar screens typically paced according to the accumulation of objects on the bar screen and the flow rate. The solids are collected and later disposed of in a landfill and incinerated. That's the word. Landfill, buried, or incinerated, or burned. Yay! Okay. So in the actual test, I can't look up. I can't use Google to find the meaning, but here I can find the meaning. Sorry. So landfill. So that if I'll get this meaning, then I would know. A place to dispose of refuse and other waste material by burying it. Yes, I knew it. Okay, in a landfill, and here burying. Okay, burying it, landfill, burying. Okay, I think that was number 3. So landfill means bury, to bury. And then there's one incinerated. I think that's incinerated. That's the burning thing. To burn it. Okay, incinerate or burned. It says here or burned. Yay, yeah, 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 yeah. I'm so happy. Buried or burned. Okay. I think it's burned, incinerated. Let me see. Yay. Incinerated. Meaning. Incinerate. Incinerated, destroy something, waste material by burning. Yes, 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 yes. Burn. Burn. Yay. So that's the solids are collected and later disposed of in a landfill or incinerated. Yay. Okay, so so the solids is in the statement. It says the solids are collected, and here in number 3 table completion is the blank for number 3, which have accumulated on the bar screen, are buried or burned. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, I'm so happy. I hope I got this correct. So I just write solids because it says here the blank. The solids which have accumulated on the bar screen are burned or yes. Okay, let's go to number, I don't have answer number 2 yet. Primary treatment. 4, blank is collected and transported to other facilities for further treatment. Let me see. Bar screens are managed maybe used to optimize solids removal. If gross solids are not removed, they become jammed in pipes and moving parts of treatment. And moving parts of the treatment, treatment plant. Okay. They become jammed in pipes, and moving parts of the treatment plant can cause substantial damage and inefficiency in the process. I think it's somewhere here. Collected, transferred to other facilities for further treatment. In the primary sedimentation stage, sewage flows through large tanks, commonly called primary sedimentation tanks. The tanks are used to wild grease and all of its came out. Primary sedimentation tanks are usually sewage collected or where it pumped to sludge treatment facilities. Where it is pumped to sludge treatment facilities. Okay, sludge. Okay, let's see, sludge meaning. Okay. Sludge. Thick, soft, wet mud or a similar viscous mixture of liquid and solid components, especially the product of an industrial refining process. Dirty oil. Okay, if gross solids are not removed, they become jammed in pipes and moving parts of the treatment plant and can cause substantial damage in the process. Primary sedimentation stage, so sewage flows through large tanks, commonly called primary sedimentation tanks. The tanks are to settle sludge. Tanks are used to settle sludge, while grease and oils rise to the surface and rising well. Primary settling tanks are usually equipped with mechanical and servers that can drive liquid sludge towards a hopper in the base of the tank where Sanitary treatment is designed to substantially degrade the biological content of sewage, which is derived from human waste, food waste, zones in the majority of municipal plants treated molecular using aerobic biological bacteria and protozoa are used to consume biodegradable surface combine many of the components. Secondary alimentary systems are classified as fixed film and suspended growth systems. Okay, fixed film. It mentions here fixed film, suspended growth. The sewage and biomass are mixed together. Suspended growth systems, integrated fixed film. Okay. Wetlands where towers rotating where the biomass grows medium. Fixed film principle. Fixed film principle is further developed. Okay, there is a regulation of our screens in proportion to the load on the screen and the flow rate. Okay, the fixed film principle is further developed into moving bed reactors and active slice versus the former system typically requires a smaller footprint than suspended growth. Suspended growth systems include activated sludge where the biomass is mixed with sewage and can be evaporated in smaller space zones. Trickling filters that treat the same amount. However, fixed film systems are more able to cope with drastic changes in the amount can provide higher removal rates for organic material and suspended solids than suspended. Some secondary treatment methods include a secondary clarifier to settle out and separate biological floc or filter material grown in the secondary treatment bioreactor. The purpose of tertiary treatment is to provide final treatment stage to further improve the effluent quality before it is discharged into receiving environment. See river, lake, wetlands, and more than one tertiary treatment process may be used in any treatment plant, such as filtration and settling in lagoons and ponds. Disinfection is always the final stage of tertiary treatment. Okay. For further treatment. Biological nutrient removal is regarded by some as type of secondary treatment process. By others as tertiary advanced treatment process. Wastewater may contain high levels of nutrients that phosphorus. Excessive release of these substances into environmental can lead to buildup of nutrients called even, but can in turn encourage the growth. So in turn, this may cause an algal bloom, a rapid growth in a population of algae, in which the algae numbers are unsustainable when eventually most of them die. The decomposition of the algae by bacteria uses up so much of the oxygen in the water that most animals die, which creates more organic matter for the bacteria to decompose. In addition to causing deoxygenation, some algal species produce toxins that contaminate drinking water. Different BNR processes are required to remove nitrogen and phosphorus. Nitrogen is removed through the biological oxidation of nitrogen from ammonia to nitrate, followed by the reduction of nitrogen. Nitrogen gas is released into the atmosphere and is removed from the water. Phosphorus removal can also be achieved by chemical precipitation, usually with salt, aluminum, or lime. They may lead to excessive sludge production as hydroxide precipitate, and the added chemicals can be expensive. Chemical phosphorus removal requires significantly smaller equipment footprint than it's easier to operate and often more reliable than biological phosphorus removal. Another method for phosphorus removal is to use granular. That's it. Oh boy, this is hard. I can't believe it. Wow. Okay, I'll focus. Okay, pre-treatment. All right, so pre-treatment is 1, 2, 3. And I've got already the answer of, okay, good. I know now. So pre-treatment. The pre-treatment removes all materials that can be easily collected from the raw sewage before they damage or clog the pumps and sewage lines with primary treatment classifiers. The interval in the sewage passes through a bar screen to remove all large objects. Okay, using automated mechanically rate. Okay, large objects. Regulations of the bar screens in proportion to the load on the screen and the flow chart. Okay, where is that regulation? Okay, it should be here somewhere. Okay. Byproduct of such treatment is a semi-solid waste or slurry called sewage sludge. Regulation of the bar screens. Pre-treatment removes or regulations. Okay, where is that? Using removal of the solid large objects. This is number 1. All large objects, so just I have plenty of time. I don't have to worry. I'm just practicing to be comfortable with the strategies. Okay. Serving population while in a smaller, less modern plants, manually cleaned screen may be used. The rating action of chemical bar screens typically paced according to the accumulation of objects. Okay, regulation of the bar screens in proportion to the load on the screen and the flow. Regulation of, okay, I think it's his here. Raking action mechanical bar screen is typically paced according to the accumulation objects in the bar screen and the flow rate. Solids are collected and disposed. If gross solids are not removed, they become commonly done with an automated plant serving large population. Okay, screen in modern plants serving large populations, while in smaller or less modern plants, a manually cleaned screen may be used. Commonly done with an automated in modern plants serving large population, while in smaller regulations of bar screen in proportion to the load on the screen and the flow rate. Oh boy, that's hard. Maybe it's here, who knows. The treatment size consists of removal of contaminants from municipal physical, chemical, biological processes are used to remove contaminants produced treated wastewater, but byproduct of sewage treatment is the semi-solid waste or slurry called sewage sludge. The sludge has to undergo further treatment before being suitable for disposal or application to land. Treatment size consists of the removal of contaminants. Pre-treatment removes all material that can be easily collected from the raw sewage before they damage the plug pump. Science primary treatment classifiers. Wow, this is hard. Regulation of the bar screens. It should be here. And then sewage water passes through a bar screen. The influent in the sewage water passes through a bar screen to remove all large objects carried in the sewage stream. Okay, I can't resist but look at the meaning of influent. Influent. Influent meaning. Influent. Okay, here we go. geography, ecology. Flowing in, the influent lines were relocated while wastewater was still flowing. A stream, especially a tributary which flows into another stream, or like, okay, the influent in the sewage water passes through a bar screen to remove or carried in it. This is most commonly done with an automated mechanical rake bars in modern plants serving large populations, while in smaller or less modern plants, a manually cleaned screen may be used. Okay, manually regulation of bar screens. Okay, this is most commonly done with an automated modern plants serving large, while in smaller or less modern plants, a manually cleaned screen may be used. Regulations of the bar screens. Bar screens. Regulation of the bar screens. The screen of regulation of the bar screens. The regulation of the bar screens raking action, I think that's based according to the accumulation of object on the bar screen and the flow rate. I think that's the right. Okay. Regulation of the bar screens. Regulation of the bar screens raking action. I think that's the answer. Raking action. That's raking action of mechanical bar screen is typically paced according to the accumulation of objects on the bar screen and the flow rate. Proportion to the load on the screen, objects on the bar screen, yeah, to the accumulation, typically paced according to the accumulation of objects. That's the load of, in proportion to, yeah, raking action typically paced according, in proportion to the load, accumulation of objects on the bar screen. Yes, okay. Yes. All right, so now let's go to number 4, primary treatment. Okay, primary treatment. In the primary, okay, so this is pre-treatment, that's pre-treatment. The primary stage, primary treatment is collected and transported to other facilities for further treatment. Okay, in the primary sanitary stage, sewage flows through large tanks commonly called primary residential tanks. The tanks are used to settle sludge, while grease and oils rise to the surface and are skimmed off. Tanks are used to settle sludge, while grease and oils rise to the surface and skimmed off. Primary settling tanks are usually equipped with mechanically driven scrapers that continually drive the collected sludge toward a hopper in the base of the tank. Where it is pumped to sludge treatment facilities. I think this is the answer here. Is collected and transported to other facilities before it's collected. The primary sanitation tanks are used to settle sludge. while grease and oils rise to the surface and skim off. Grease and oils. I think that's primary settling tanks are usually equipped with mechanically driven scrapers that continually primary settling tanks is collected. Okay, grease and oils rise to the surface and are tanks are used to settle sludge, while grease and oils rise to the surface and are skimmed off. Okay. Are usually primary settling tanks are usually equipped with mechanically driven scrapers that continually drive the collected sludge towards the hopper in the base of the tank where it's collected. Okay. Continually drive the collected sludge. The tanks are used to settle sludge, while grease and oils skim off. Primary settling tanks are usually equipped with mechanically driven scrapers that continually drive the collected sludge towards the hopper in the base of the tank, where it is pumped to sludge treatment facilities. Sludge collected. Sludge is collected. I think, yeah, it is, so it's singular. Yes. Okay, sludge. Number 4 is sludge. That means grease and oils. Okay. Now number 5, secondary treatment. So we're now in secondary treatment. Soluble components are consumed by, soluble components. Secondary treatment is designed to substantially degrade the biological content of the sewage, which is derived from human waste. Soluble components are consumed by secondary treatment is designed to substantially degrade the biological content of the sewage is derived from human waste, food waste, soaps, and detergent. The majority of municipal plants treat settled sewage liquor using aerobic biological processes. Bacteria and protozoa are used to consume. Soluble components are consumed by bacteria and protozoa are used to consume biodegradable soluble organic contaminants, sugar, fats, and so on, and bind many of the less soluble components into flux. So are used to consume bacteria and protozoa. I think that's the answer. Bacteria and protozoa. Number 6, yay, almost there. Number 6. Number 6 is fixed film systems. Fixed film systems. Systems are classified as fixed films or suspended growth systems, or attached growth systems include trickling filters. Okay, trickling filters. The is cultivated on a surface over which the sewage flows. Attached, fixed film or attached growth systems include trickling filters. Constructed wetlands where the biomass grows on media and the sewage passes over its surface. Cultivated on a surface over which the sewage flows. Grows in media and the sewage passes over its surface. The is cultivated I think the answer is here, constructed. Secondary term systems are classified as fixed form, suspended growth. Fixed form or attached growth systems include trickling filters. Constructed wetlands, biotowers are where the biomass constructed biotowers where the biomass grows on media and the sewage passes over its surface. So sewage. Fixed form principle is further developed into, okay, I think the fixed film principle has further developed into moving bed reactors that's hard, which have a smaller footprint than suspended growth systems. Oh boy. Suspended growth systems include activated sludge, where the biomass is mixed with the sewage and can be operated in a smaller space that treat the same amount of water. However, fixed film systems are more able to cope with drastic changes in the amount of biological material and can provide higher removal rates for organic material, suspended solids than suspended growth. Is cultivated over which the sewage flows. The ko'y nalay pagkalisod ba ani? Fixed form suspended. Fixed form or attached growth systems include trickling filters, constructed wetlands, biotowers, rotating where biomass grows on media and the sewage passes. Oh boy. It's cultivated on a surface. So it passes over its surface. So it passes over its surface where the biomass grows on media. What is it talking about? Okay, fixed film or attached growth systems include trickling constructed by rotating where the biomass grows on media and the sewage passes over its surface. Okay, it's talking about fixed film. Okay, number 6. It's fixed film, or I can also say attached growth systems. Okay, attached. Oh no. Fixed flow attached include trickling blah blah blah, rotating structure, where the biomass grows on media and the sewage passes over its surface. Biomass grows, is cultivated on a surface, on media, and the sewage passes over its surface. So maybe this is biomass. I'm not sure now. Okay, biomass. My pen. Oh, okay, biomass. Because it's singular. The biomass is cultivated on a surface over which the sewage flows. So it passes over its surface. Okay, biomass cultivated on a surface over which the sewage flows. So I think it's biomass. Because it's singular, it says grows. So I think it's cultivated. Also the same. Okay, number 7, which have a smaller footprint than suspended growth systems. Okay, the fixed film develops or develop into moving bed reactors, integrated fixed film activated sludge processes. The former system, which is the fixed film, has further developed into moving reactors and integrated activated sludge processes. Okay, the fixed film typically requires a smaller footprint than suspended growth systems. Okay, which have a smaller footprint than suspended growth. Exactly. Requires a smaller footprint than suspended growth. The former system, typically, the fixed film principle has further developed into moving bed reactors and integrated fixed film activated sludge processes. Boy, this is hard. Which have a smaller, okay, typically requires a smaller footprint than suspended. Fixed film principle has further developed into moving bed reactors and integrated fixed film principle. Okay, I think that's the fixed film. Okay, so I think this is the fixed film or attached growth system. Requires a smaller. The former system typically requires a smaller footprint than suspended growth systems. Fixed film. Okay. Fixed film, which have a smaller footprint than suspended. The former system requires a smaller footprint than suspended. Attached guard systems. The former system. Okay, I can write the former system. Or attached growth systems. Attached growth systems which have a smaller footprint than suspended growth systems. Integrated fixed film activated sludge. Integrated fixed film activated sludge. Fixed film systems. Okay, fixed film systems, I think this one. Okay, so number 8, let's go to number 8. Tertiary treatment. Let's go. Tertiary treatment processes including further filtering and being left to settle in. Okay. Tertiary. Some secondary treatment methods include a secondary classifier to settle out. Or filter material grown in the secondary treatment bioreactor. The purpose of tertiary treatment is to provide a final treatment stage to further improve the effluent quality before it is discharged into the receiving environment. More than one tertiary treatment process may be used at any treatment plant as filtration and settling in lagoons and ponds. Disinfection is always the final stage of tertiary treatment. Okay. Processes involve filtering and being left to settle in. More than one tertiary treatment process may be used at any treatment plant such as filtration and settling in lagoons and ponds. Settling to settle in lagoons and ponds. So maybe lagoons and ponds. Number 9, biological nutrient removal, without which the levels of the substances are too high, leading to eutrophication. Biological nutrient removal, without which the levels of the substances is a type of secondary treatment process, and by others it's a tertiary or advanced treatment process. We remove which the levels of the substances is regarded by some as type of secondary treatment and by others as tertiary or advanced treatment process. Wastewater may contain high levels of the nutrients nitrogen and phosphorus. Wastewater may contain and remove without which the levels of the substances of wastewater may contain high levels of nutrients, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Excessive release of these substances into the environment can lead to the buildup of nutrients called or too high leading to excessive release of these substances can lead nutrients, nitrogen and phosphorus. Okay, so nitrogen and phosphorus. Okay. Number 10, before the effluent is released into the receiving environment. Excessive release of the which can in turn encourage the overgrowth of weeds, algae, and cyanobacteria, blue-green algae. This may cause an algal weeds bloom, rapid growth in the population of algae. Ooh. Okay, Google is the key. Algae minute. So that alga. Okay. Alga. Okay, alga. Plural noun, algae. A simple non-flowering, typically aquatic plant. Okay, and this algae. Algae. I think. Okay, what is the pronunciation?
Algae.
Oh, I see. How is algae? Wow. What about this one?
Algal.
Algal. Oh. Oh boy, that's hard. Okay, before the effluent is released into the receiving environment. Excessive release of the because this may cause an algal. What is that? Algal?
Algal.
Algal. Okay, algal. Boy, algae. Alright, which can in turn encourage the overgrowth of weeds, algae, and cyanobacteria, blue-green. It's because an algal bloom, rapid growth in the population of algae, in which the algae numbers are unsustainable, and eventually most of them die. The decomposition of the algae by bacteria uses up so much of the oxygen in the water that most or all of the animals die. It creates more organic matter for the bacteria to decompose. In addition to causing the oxygenation, some algal species produce toxins that contaminate drinking water supplies. Different B and R processes are required to remove nitrogen and phosphorus. Nitrogen is removed through the biological oxidation of nitrogen from ammonia to nitrate, nitrification, followed by denitrification, the reduction of nitrate to nitrogen gas. Nitrogen gas is released into the atmosphere and thus removed from the water. Phosphorus removal can also be achieved by chemical precipitation, usually with salts of iron, aluminum, or lime. This may lead to excessive sludge production as added chemicals can be expensive. Chemical phosphorus removal requires significantly smaller equipment footprint than biological removal. It's easier to operate and is often more reliable. Another method of it. Boy. Before the tertiary. Okay, I think I know where is it. Tertiary treatment is to provide final treatment stage to further improve the effluent quality before it is discharged into the receiving environment. Before the effluent is released into the receiving improve before the purpose of into the receiving environment. More than one tertiary treatment process may be used at any treatment plant, such as filtration and in lagoons. Disinfection is always the final stage of tertiary treatment. Disinfection before the effluent is released. The purpose of tertiary treatment is to provide further improve the effluent quality. The effluent before the effluent is released. Before it is discharged into the receiving environment. Before the effluent is released into the receiving environment. Before improve the quality before the effluent. Final treatment stage. A final treatment before the effluent is released. The final stage before the effluent. Disinfection. Treatment and by other tertiary treatment process. Some secondary treatment methods include a secondary classifier to settle out and superbiological. Purpose of tertiary to further improve, to provide a final treatment stage tertiary treatment to further improve before the effluent, to improve the quality before the effluent is okay. So I'll just say here, to further improve before the effluent, to further improve. To further improve before the effluent. To improve the effluent quality. Okay, what is the effluent? I'm so hungry now. Effluent. Effluent liquid waste or sewage discharged into a river. So to improve the quality. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Improve the quality. Improve the quality. Before the effluent is released into the receiving environment. Improve the quality. Okay. So let's see if I'm correct. Oh boy, more than an hour now. An hour and 18 minutes. Oh no. Okay, let's see the answer. Okay, all large objects, yay, correct. Wrecking action, yay, correct. Solids, yes. Sludge, correct. Bacteria and protozoa, yes, correct. Biomass, yes, correct. Oh no, moving bed reactors. I can't believe it. Let me see the moving bed reactors. Okay. Yeah, I know there's the former system. Fixed film principle is further developed into moving bed reactors. Okay, moving bed reactors, that's number 7, smaller footprints. Okay, I have to really, which have, yeah, this is plural, and systems also, moving bed reactors. Okay. Okay. I knew I was like, okay, that's wrong. Number 8, let's see. Lagoons and ponds, yay! So number 7 is wrong. Number 9, nitrogen and phosphorus, yay! Okay, number 10, improve the quality. Disinfection. I knew it. I was like so confused. Okay, so I've got 2 wrong, so 8/10. So that means this is the one that I have to really work hard. because I got perfect scores in matching. What was that? Okay, this is table completion, matching. What was the matching thing? I can't remember now. I had matching statement, I guess. Matching information. And the other one was, I got perfect also with that. Table completion. Okay. So I'll just put that like that. Okay guys, that's about it. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so hungry. I need to eat. Okay, what is this? Okay, bye now guys.